As you can see, my road, well, the road I use to get most of the trailheads is right up there and still closed. The creek is running really hard. Let's walk over to it and take a look. Could go up it, but you're at your own risk. Dead Sleep Creek. Go back down to the canyon. I came up on the mountain today to check how much the snow had melted off in places I like to hike. Well, the snow isn't even melted off the road yet. That is access to most of the trailheads I use. So now I'm down in the canyon where the snow is off, and walking a little cattle trail here up the edge of the canyon. When I get on top, I'm going to do a 10 questions. Well, finally find a place that there's no wind here at this little bowl. Right now I'm at 7,776 feet. Still not on the top of the canyon. Of course, it won't be either. Okay, here we are in Ten Sleep Canyon. And I was asked by a friend of mine who wishes to remain anonymous to do the 10 question about hiking. Oh boy, I had to bushwhack a little bit to get in here to try to find some place there was very little wind. The canyon just blows right up it. Anyway, who are you? I am Max with Hike Camp. And when did you start hiking? I started hiking when I was about 12 years old. I'm 67 now, so that gives you an idea how long it's been. Like I say, most of it has been day hikes, some overnight backpacking, some several day backpacking, but nothing on a real long basis. I always wished I could do something like the PCT or the Appalachian Trail or something like that, but it was just never in the cards for me. So I've been doing it since I was 12 years old. And do you backpack? Yes, I do backpack. I'll hike in, camp for a day or two, 3 days, and hike out. No through hikes. Don't do that kind of backpacking. My favorite trail food. Well, Pearson's nut rolls. They keep me going when I'm out hiking, but if I'm backpacking and I'm going to stay several nights, then I'll take some ramen, some potatoes, some Mountain House, stuff like that. I'm not a very good cook, so I have to do with what I can do, and that's mostly dehydrated foods. What is your longest hike? That's question number 5. What is your longest hike? My longest hike was probably about 18 miles. That was spend a couple of nights, and then hike back out again. That was it. Nothing really major. And most of my hikes are around the 3, 4, 5 mile in and back out again. Not big hikes, but I try and take as scenic a hikes as I can. Let's see. What is your most repeated trail? I'd have to say the East Ten Sleep Lake Trail in the Bighorn Mountains. It's only 5 miles into the lake. Very nice mountain lake. It's a moderately used trail, or should I say it's a lightly used trail. Not that many people on it. And I'll hike in. Sometimes maybe I'll do an overnight on it and hike back out. Sometimes you just hike in and hike out. Number 7. What are my 3 bucket list hikes? Whoa. Well, a bucket list, I'm 67, it ain't long before the bucket's going to arrive. But I'd have to say Cloud Peak. I'd like to do Cloud Peak, but I don't see that happening because it's very rugged territory and rocky, steep, and 13,000 feet. I'd love to do that trail sometime. The trails that I do all connect with the Cloud Peak Wilderness, but I've never gone up the Cloud Peak. Been in Wyoming and the Bighorn area for about 25 years at least, and I haven't gone up there. I wish I had. It's beautiful. I've watched other people's videos on it. I have to say that's a bucket list hike, along with Solitude Lake and Misty Moon Lake. They're both very high too, and it's pretty much on the same trail going up to Cloud Peak. But if not listing those two, I'd have to say the PCT or the Appalachian Trail, which I don't see either one of those happening either, or even on a the basis of section hikes. I just don't see it happening. One's on the East Coast, one's on the West Coast, and I'm right here between both. Okay, do you use a GPS or a map and a compass? GPS most of the time, but electronics do fail. So I also carry a map of the area I'm going to hike in and a compass. But I do use GPS most of the time. Okay, who do you hike with? Me. That's who I hike with. I'm pretty much a solo hiker. And I enjoy it that way. I like the solitude. I like the quiet. I just like to be by myself in the mountains. That's what I like to do the most. Okay, what do I look for in a trail? Mountains. Mountains, solitude, very lightly used trails. I don't like to have a bunch of people around. I don't care for anybody that's playing music and stuff like that on the trail. I don't need that, especially if I decide to camp. I want someplace quiet. Someplace quiet, as quiet as possible. That's what I enjoy. So that is number 10. That's what I look for in a trail. I do some trails in the the Badlands and the high desert here in Wyoming, but I'm just not a desert kind of guy, and I just like what's behind me here. I love the trees, I love the forests, I love the mountains. So those are the trails I look for. Okay, so that's it for this. So I didn't do a whole lot of video getting in here because it was all steep climb, and I'll try to do a little bit more going back out so you can see how much I was bushwhacking to get in here. But I'm going to go out to the canyon rim and shoot a little video out there first, and also take a few pictures. Well, in between the wind gusts, I think I'm back in the car. So that's going to be the end for this one. So until next time, this is Max with Hike Camp. Catch you then. Bye.